What if, within your lifetime, you could step foot on a new world, one where the red dust of Mars swirls beneath your boots and the horizon stretches endlessly under a pink sky? Imagine a future where humanity doesn't just visit Mars but thrives there, building cities, growing food, and creating a new way of life. This isn't science fiction. It's a future that could be closer than you think. In this video, we're diving into 25 bold predictions about the future of Mars, exploring how technology, innovation, and human ingenuity could transform this barren planet into a second home for humanity. From permanent settlements and terraforming to Martian sports and interplanetary economies, we'll uncover the possibilities that could redefine life as we know it. But this isn't just about dreaming bigger, it's about understanding how these advancements could shape our future, both on Earth and beyond. So, buckle up and get ready to explore the incredible potential of Mars. By the end of this video, you'll not only see the red planet in a whole new light, but also understand why it might hold the key to humanity's survival and progress. Let's begin this journey together because the future of Mars is closer than you think. Now, let's take a closer look at the first prediction: permanent human settlements on Mars. Picture this: by the middle of the 21st century, humans could be living on the red planet, not just as visitors but as permanent residents. This isn't just a far-off dream. It's a goal that scientists, engineers, and visionaries are actively working toward. But what would it take to make this a reality? First, we'd need advanced life support systems capable of providing breathable air, clean water, and sustainable food sources. Think about it: every breath, every drop of water, and every bite of food would need to be carefully managed in an environment where none of these resources exist naturally. Technologies like closed-loop systems which recycle air and water would be essential. And when it comes to food, we'd likely rely on innovative farming methods like hydroponics and aeroponics, growing crops without soil in controlled environments. Next, we'd have to tackle habitat construction. Mars's surface is harsh with extreme temperatures, frequent dust storms, and no protective atmosphere. To survive, habitats would need to be incredibly durable, possibly built using materials sourced directly from Mars like regolith, the planet's soil. Three-dimensional printing could play a huge role here, allowing us to construct shelters quickly and efficiently using local resources. But it's not just about the physical challenges. Living on Mars would also take a toll on the human mind and body. Radiation exposure is a major concern, as Mars lacks the magnetic field that protects Earth from harmful cosmic rays. Without proper shielding, colonists could face serious health risks. And then there's the psychological impact. Imagine being millions of miles away from Earth, surrounded by a barren landscape, with limited contact with loved ones back home. The isolation and confinement could lead to mental health challenges, making it crucial to develop robust support systems for colonists. Despite these hurdles, the idea of permanent settlements on Mars is more than just a possibility. It's a vision that could redefine humanity's future. By overcoming these challenges, we wouldn't just be building homes on another planet. We'd be taking the first steps toward becoming an interplanetary species. And that's just the beginning. As we move forward, the technologies and lessons learned from settling Mars could have profound implications for life on Earth, from advancing sustainable living to inspiring new generations of explorers. So, what do you think? Could you see yourself living on Mars one day? Let's keep exploring, because the next prediction takes us even deeper into the future of the red planet. Now, let's shift our focus to something even more ambitious: terraforming Mars. Imagine transforming the red planet from a cold, barren wasteland into a lush, habitable world with breathable air, flowing water, and thriving ecosystems. This process, known as terraforming, is one of the most fascinating and complex ideas in the realm of space exploration. But how could we actually make Mars more Earth-like? One of the most discussed methods involves releasing greenhouse gases into the Martian atmosphere. By doing this, we could potentially trap heat and raise the planet's temperature, creating a warmer environment. This might sound familiar. It's similar to how greenhouse gases affect Earth's climate, but in this case, we'd be using the process to our advantage. Over time, this could help melt the polar ice caps, releasing carbon dioxide and water vapor, which would further thicken the atmosphere and warm the planet. Another approach is introducing microorganisms to Mars. These tiny organisms could play a huge role in altering the planet's environment. For example, certain types of bacteria or algae could help produce oxygen by breaking down carbon dioxide, gradually making the atmosphere more breathable. Over centuries, this biological intervention could lay the groundwork for more complex life forms to thrive. But terraforming Mars isn't just a technical challenge, it's also an ethical one. Altering an entire planet raises important questions about our responsibility as interplanetary settlers. Should we have the right to change Mars's environment, even if it's for the benefit of humanity? What if there's microbial life already present on the planet? Interfering with it could have unintended consequences, both scientifically and morally. Environmental concerns also come into play. Terraforming would require massive amounts of energy and resources, and the long-term effects on Mars's natural landscape are still unknown. Some argue that we should focus on preserving Mars as it is, treating it as a scientific preserve rather than a second Earth. Despite these challenges, the idea of terraforming Mars captures the imagination like few others. It represents the ultimate fusion of science, technology, and human ambition. If successful, it could open the door to a future where humanity thrives not just on one planet, but across the solar system. So, what do you think? Is terraforming Mars a bold step forward for humanity? Or should we tread carefully before altering another world? Let's keep exploring, because the next prediction takes us into the realm of Martian agriculture, a critical piece of the puzzle for sustaining life on the red planet. Now, let's dig into the next critical piece of the puzzle: Martian agriculture. Growing food on Mars isn't just a nice-to-have. It's a necessity for any long-term human presence on the red planet. But how do you farm in a place where the soil is toxic, water is scarce, and gravity is only about 1/3 of Earth's? The answer lies in innovative farming techniques like hydroponics, aeroponics, and genetically modified crops. Hydroponics, for example, could be a game changer. This method allows plants to grow without soil, using nutrient-rich water instead. On Mars, where the soil is packed with perchlorates, chemicals that are harmful to humans, hydroponics offers a clean and efficient way to produce food. Similarly, aeroponics takes this a step further by misting plant roots with nutrients, using even less water than hydroponics. Both methods could be crucial in a place where every drop of water counts. Then there's the potential of genetically modified crops. Scientists are already working on engineering plants that can thrive in harsh conditions, like drought-resistant crops or plants that can grow in low-nutrient environments. On Mars, these supercrops could be tailored to handle the planet's unique challenges, such as low gravity and limited sunlight. Imagine fields of wheat or potatoes genetically designed to grow faster and stronger, providing a steady food supply for colonists. But farming on Mars isn't without its hurdles. Low gravity could affect how plants grow, potentially leading to weaker root systems or altered growth patterns. Water scarcity is another major issue. While there's evidence of frozen water beneath the surface, extracting and recycling it efficiently will be key. And let's not forget the soil. Even if we bypass it with hydroponics, understanding its composition could help us unlock ways to use it in the future, perhaps by detoxifying it or blending it with other materials. The benefits of Martian agriculture go beyond just feeding people. Growing food locally would drastically reduce the need to ship supplies from Earth, cutting costs and making colonies more self-sufficient. It could also have psychological benefits. Imagine the morale boost of eating fresh, homegrown produce millions of miles from home. Plus, plants could play a role in producing oxygen and recycling carbon dioxide, contributing to a more sustainable habitat. So, while farming on Mars might sound like science fiction, it's a challenge we'll need to tackle head-on if we're serious about living there. The technologies we develop could not only sustain life on Mars, but also revolutionize agriculture here on Earth, helping us grow food in deserts, urban areas, and other challenging environments. With the potential of Martian agriculture in mind, let's turn our attention to another exciting possibility: Mars as a tourist destination. What would it take to make the Red Planet the ultimate vacation spot for the ultra-wealthy? Stay tuned as we explore the future of space tourism. Now, let's shift our gaze to a future where Mars isn't just a scientific outpost but a playground for the ultra-wealthy, a luxury travel destination unlike anything we've ever seen. Imagine boarding a sleek, state-of-the-art spacecraft, sipping champagne as you gaze out at the stars, and touching down on the Red Planet for the ultimate adventure. But what would it take to make Mars the next must-visit hotspot for the rich and famous? First, let's talk about the spacecraft. To make Mars tourism a reality, we'd need vehicles that are not only fast but also comfortable and safe. Think of it as a 5-star hotel in space, complete with spacious cabins, gourmet dining, and panoramic windows offering breathtaking views of the cosmos. Companies like SpaceX are already working on reusable rockets that could drastically reduce the cost of space travel, but luxury spacecraft would take this to a whole new level. These vessels would need advanced life support systems, radiation shielding, and artificial gravity to ensure passengers arrive in style and in good health. Then there's the journey itself. Traveling to Mars isn't a quick weekend getaway. Even with the most advanced propulsion systems, the trip could take several months. That means designing spacecraft with amenities to keep passengers entertained and comfortable for the long haul. Picture onboard gyms, virtual reality experiences, and even zero-gravity lounges. The goal would be to make the journey as enjoyable as the destination. Of course, safety is a top priority. Space travel is inherently risky, and a trip to Mars would come with its own set of challenges, from radiation exposure to the psychological effects of isolation. Tourists would need rigorous training before departure, and spacecraft would have to be equipped with emergency protocols and medical facilities. It's not just about luxury, it's about ensuring that every traveler makes it back to Earth safely. But let's not forget the economic side of things. Mars tourism could become a multi-billion-dollar industry, creating jobs and driving innovation in space technology. The ultra-wealthy would pay top dollar for the experience, funding further exploration and development of the Red Planet. However, this raises ethical questions. Should Mars be a playground for the rich while billions on Earth struggle with basic needs? The debate over space tourism's fairness and accessibility is sure to heat up as the industry grows. Despite the challenges, the idea of Mars as a tourist destination is undeniably exciting. It could inspire a new generation of explorers and bring humanity one step closer to becoming a multi-planetary species. And who knows, maybe one day a trip to Mars will be as common as a vacation to Paris or Tokyo. With the allure of Martian tourism in mind, let's turn our attention to another fascinating aspect of life on Mars: the cities and architecture that could define this new frontier. What would a Martian metropolis look like, and how would it adapt to the planet's harsh environment? Stay tuned as we explore the future of Martian urban design. Now, let's step into the world of Martian cities and architecture, where innovation meets necessity in the most extraordinary ways. Picture this: sprawling metropolises rising from the red dust, their sleek, futuristic designs blending seamlessly with the alien landscape. But building a city on Mars isn't just about aesthetics, it's about survival. every structure, every material, and every design choice must account for the planet's harsh environment, from its thin atmosphere to its extreme temperatures and relentless radiation. To start, Martian cities would likely be built underground or within massive domes to shield inhabitants from radiation and provide a stable, Earth-like environment. These domes could be made from advanced materials like transparent aluminum or reinforced polymers, allowing natural light to filter through while maintaining structural integrity. Inside, you'd find a mix of residential, commercial, and recreational spaces, all designed to maximize efficiency and comfort in a limited area. One of the most exciting possibilities is the use of 3D printing technology to construct buildings. Instead of shipping materials from Earth, which would be incredibly costly, Martian architects could use locally sourced materials like regolith, the loose soil and rock covering the planet's surface. By mixing regolith with binding agents, 3D printers could create durable structures layer by layer, reducing construction time and costs. This approach would also allow for highly customizable designs, enabling architects to adapt to the unique challenges of each location on Mars. But it's not just about practicality. Martian architecture would also reflect the cultural and social values of its inhabitants. As humans establish a new civilization on Mars, they'll bring with them traditions, art, and ideas from Earth, blending them with the unique experiences of life on another planet. Imagine public spaces adorned with murals inspired by Martian landscapes, or buildings designed to celebrate the ingenuity and resilience of the first settlers. The infrastructure of these cities would also need to be revolutionary. Energy systems would rely heavily on solar power, given Mars' proximity to the Sun, while water recycling and air purification technologies would be essential for sustaining life. Transportation within the city might include underground tunnels or elevated pathways to minimize exposure to the surface environment. Building a city on Mars isn't just an engineering challenge, it's a cultural one. It's about creating a home for humanity in a place where no one has lived before. The choices made by architects and planners will shape not only the physical landscape but also the identity of Martian society. Will these cities feel like extensions of Earth, or will they develop a distinctly Martian character? Only time will tell. As we marvel at the possibilities of Martian cities, let's turn our attention to another critical aspect of life on the Red Planet: how we'll get there and back. The development of advanced transportation systems connecting Mars and Earth could redefine interplanetary travel as we know it. Stay tuned as we explore the future of Mars-Earth transportation. Now let's shift gears and explore how humanity might bridge the vast distance between Mars and Earth. The development of advanced transportation systems will be the backbone of interplanetary travel, enabling not just exploration but also the exchange of people, resources, and ideas between the two planets. One of the most promising technologies is reusable spacecraft. Unlike traditional rockets that are discarded after a single use, reusable spacecraft can make multiple trips, drastically reducing the cost of space travel. Companies like SpaceX are already pioneering this approach with vehicles like the Starship, designed to carry both crew and cargo to Mars and back. These spacecraft could become the workhorses of interplanetary travel, shuttling supplies, equipment, and even passengers between Earth and Mars on a regular basis. Another game-changing innovation is nuclear propulsion. Traditional chemical rockets are powerful but inefficient for long-distance travel, requiring enormous amounts of fuel. Nuclear propulsion, on the other hand, offers a more efficient and faster alternative. By harnessing the energy of nuclear reactions, spacecraft could achieve higher speeds, cutting the travel time to Mars from months to weeks. This would not only make the journey more feasible, but also reduce the risks associated with prolonged exposure to space radiation and microgravity. But what if we could eliminate the need for rockets altogether? Enter the concept of space elevators. Imagine a giant tether anchored to the surface of Mars, extending tens of thousands of kilometers into space. A climber vehicle would travel along this tether, carrying cargo and passengers into orbit without the need for fuel-intensive launches. While the technology is still in its infancy, space elevators could revolutionize interplanetary travel by providing a cost-effective and energy-efficient way to move between planets. Of course, the challenges are immense. The cost of developing and maintaining these transportation systems will be astronomical, requiring unprecedented levels of investment and international cooperation. Energy is another major hurdle. Powering spacecraft and space elevators will demand innovative solutions, from advanced solar arrays to compact nuclear reactors. And then there's the issue of time. Even with faster propulsion systems, the journey to Mars will remain a significant commitment, requiring careful planning and preparation to ensure the safety and well-being of travelers. Despite these challenges, the potential rewards are too great to ignore. Reliable transportation systems between Mars and Earth would open up new possibilities for exploration, trade, and collaboration. They would enable the flow of resources, such as rare minerals from Mars or advanced technologies developed in space, creating a thriving interplanetary economy. More importantly, they would bring humanity closer together, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose as we venture into the cosmos. As we look ahead to the future of Mars-Earth transportation, it's clear that the journey will be as transformative as the destination. The systems we develop will not only connect two worlds but also redefine what it means to be an interplanetary species. Next, let's dive into the economic possibilities that await us on Mars, exploring how industries and trade could flourish on the red planet. Now, let's turn our attention to the economic possibilities that could shape life on Mars. As humanity establishes a foothold on the red planet, the development of a Martian economy will be crucial for sustaining colonies and fostering growth. This new economy will likely revolve around industries uniquely suited to Mars' environment and resources, creating opportunities that could transform how we think about interplanetary trade and collaboration. One of the most promising industries on Mars is mining. The planet is rich in valuable resources, including water, ice, minerals, and rare metals. Water, in particular, will be a cornerstone of Martian industry, not just for sustaining life but also for producing oxygen and rocket fuel. Mining operations could extract these resources from the Martian soil and polar ice caps, providing the raw materials needed for construction, manufacturing, and energy production. Manufacturing will also play a key role in the Martian economy. With the high cost of transporting goods from Earth, it makes sense to produce as much as possible locally. Advances in 3D printing and robotics could enable the creation of tools, machinery, and even habitats using Martian materials. This would reduce reliance on Earth and allow colonies to become more self-sufficient. Imagine factories on Mars producing everything from spare parts for spacecraft to advanced electronics, all powered by renewable energy sources like solar or nuclear power. Research and development will be another major driver of the Martian economy. The unique conditions on Mars' low gravity, extreme temperatures, and a thin atmosphere make it an ideal laboratory for scientific discovery. Researchers could study everything from the planet's geology and climate to the effects of long-term space habitation on human health. These findings could lead to breakthroughs in fields like medicine, materials science, and environmental engineering, with applications that benefit both Mars and Earth. But how will this economy function? Will Mars operate independently, or will it remain closely tied to Earth? The answer likely lies somewhere in between. In the early stages, Mars will depend on Earth for advanced technology, specialized equipment, and skilled personnel. Over time, however, as industries grow and infrastructure improves, Mars could develop its own economic systems, complete with local currencies, trade agreements, and regulatory frameworks. This shift toward independence would mark a significant milestone in humanity's journey to becoming a multi-planetary species. Collaboration between Mars and Earth will also be essential. Trade routes could emerge, with Mars exporting rare metals and other resources in exchange for goods and expertise from Earth. This exchange would not only strengthen the economies of both planets, but also foster a sense of unity and shared purpose. Imagine a future where Martian-made products are as common on Earth as Earth-made products are on Mars, creating a truly interplanetary marketplace. As we look to the future, the Martian economy represents more than just a means of survival. It's a symbol of human ingenuity and adaptability. By harnessing the resources of a new world, we can build a thriving economy that supports exploration, innovation, and collaboration. Next, let's explore how energy systems on Mars could power this new economy, ensuring that colonies have the resources they need to grow and prosper. Now, let's shift our focus to the lifeblood of any thriving civilization: energy. On Mars, powering colonies will require innovative solutions tailored to the planet's unique environment. Solar energy is one of the most promising options. Mars receives plenty of sunlight, though less than Earth due to its greater distance from the Sun. Solar panels could be deployed across the Martian surface, capturing this energy to power habitats, machinery, and even greenhouses. However, dust storms on Mars pose a challenge, as they can cover solar panels and reduce their efficiency. To address this, self-cleaning technologies or dust-resistant materials could be developed to keep the panels functioning optimally. Nuclear energy is another strong contender for powering Mars. Small modular reactors could provide a reliable and consistent energy source, unaffected by dust storms or the planet's long nights. These reactors would generate heat and electricity, supporting everything from heating systems to industrial operations. While nuclear energy comes with its own set of challenges, such as safety concerns and the need for advanced cooling systems, it could play a crucial role in ensuring a stable energy supply for Martian colonies. Geothermal energy, though less commonly discussed, could also be a viable option. Mars' volcanic history suggests the presence of geothermal heat beneath its surface. Tapping into this heat could provide a steady source of energy, especially in regions with active geothermal activity. While this method would require significant exploration and infrastructure, it could offer a sustainable and long-term energy solution. Energy storage and distribution present their own set of challenges on Mars. The planet's thin atmosphere and extreme temperatures make traditional battery systems less efficient. Innovations in energy storage, such as advanced lithium-ion batteries or even hydrogen fuel cells, could help store excess energy generated during the day for use during the long Martian nights. Additionally, developing a robust energy grid to distribute power across colonies will be essential. Wireless energy transmission or localized microgrids could be explored to ensure energy reaches every corner of a Martian settlement. Renewable energy innovations tailored to Mars conditions will be key to overcoming these challenges. For example, researchers are already exploring the use of perovskite solar cells, which are lightweight, flexible, and highly efficient, making them ideal for Martian conditions. Similarly, advancements in nuclear fusion technology could revolutionize energy production on Mars, offering a clean and virtually limitless energy source. As we look to the future, the development of Martian energy systems will not only support human life, but also drive technological advancements that could benefit Earth. By harnessing the power of the Sun, the atom, and the planet itself, we can create a sustainable energy ecosystem that fuels exploration, innovation, and growth. Next, let's dive into how communication networks on Mars could keep colonists connected, both with each other and with Earth, ensuring seamless collaboration and progress. Now, let's turn our attention to a critical aspect of life on Mars: staying connected. Communication between Mars and Earth will be essential for the success of any colony, and advancements in technology will play a key role in making this possible. One of the most exciting developments is laser-based communication. Unlike traditional radio waves, lasers can transmit data at much higher speeds, allowing for faster and more efficient communication across the vast distance between the two planets. This technology could enable high-definition video calls, real-time data sharing, and even remote control of Martian rovers and machinery from Earth. However, the challenge of signal delay remains. Even with the speed of light, messages between Mars and Earth can take anywhere from 4 to 24 minutes to travel one way, depending on the planet's positions in their orbits. This delay makes real-time conversations impossible, but artificial intelligence could help bridge the gap. AI systems could manage communication networks, prioritizing important messages, predicting delays, and even simulating real-time interactions by filling in gaps with pre-programmed responses. Satellite networks will also be crucial for maintaining reliable communication on Mars. A constellation of satellites orbiting the planet could provide continuous coverage, ensuring that no matter where colonists are on the Martian surface, they can stay connected. These satellites could also serve as relay stations, boosting signals between Mars and Earth to minimize data loss. Additionally, they could support local communication within Martian colonies, enabling seamless collaboration among colonists. Another fascinating possibility is the use of quantum communication. While still in its early stages, quantum technology could revolutionize interplanetary communication by enabling ultra-secure data transmission. This would be particularly important for sensitive information, such as scientific research or confidential communications between governments and colonies. As we look to the future, the development of Martian communication networks will not only keep colonists connected, but also pave the way for new innovations in global communication. The technologies developed for Mars could eventually be adapted for use on Earth, improving our own communication systems and bringing us closer together as a species. Next, we'll explore how healthcare on Mars will need to adapt to the planet's unique challenges, ensuring the well-being of colonists in this new frontier. Now, let's shift our focus to a topic that will be vital for the survival and well-being of future Martian colonists' healthcare and medicine. Living on Mars presents unique challenges that will require innovative solutions to ensure the health and safety of those who call the Red Planet home. One of the most immediate concerns is the impact of low gravity on the human body. Prolonged exposure to Mars gravity, which is only about 38% of Earth's, can lead to muscle atrophy, bone density loss, and other physiological changes. To combat this, colonists will likely rely on specialized exercise regimens, advanced medical monitoring, and possibly even artificial gravity systems to maintain their health over time. Another significant challenge is radiation. Unlike Earth, Mars lacks a thick atmosphere and a global magnetic field to shield its surface from harmful cosmic rays and solar radiation. This means colonists will be exposed to higher levels of radiation, increasing the risk of cancer and other health issues. To address this, habitats will need to be equipped with robust shielding, and medical technologies will need to include advanced radiation detection and treatment options. Medical resources on Mars will also be limited, at least in the early stages of colonization. This scarcity will drive the development of telemedicine, allowing doctors on Earth to remotely diagnose and treat patients on Mars. Robotic surgery will play a crucial role here, with highly precise machines performing operations under the guidance of skilled surgeons light minutes away. These robotic systems could be enhanced by artificial intelligence, enabling them to handle routine procedures autonomously and assist in emergencies when real-time communication with Earth isn't possible. Personalized medicine will also be essential for Martian healthcare. Genetic testing and tailored treatments will help address the unique health needs of each colonist, accounting for factors like their response to low gravity, radiation exposure, and even psychological stress. This approach could involve everything from custom-designed medications to individualized nutrition plans, ensuring that each person receives the care they need to thrive in such a challenging environment. Mental health will be just as important as physical health on Mars. The isolation, confinement, and distance from Earth could take a toll on colonists' psychological well-being. To support mental health, colonies will need to prioritize access to counseling services, recreational activities, and community-building initiatives. Virtual reality could play a role here, offering colonists a way to escape the confines of their habitat and experience the sights and sounds of Earth, even if only digitally. As we look ahead, the healthcare systems developed for Mars could have profound implications for medicine on Earth. The innovations in telemedicine, robotic surgery, and personalized care could revolutionize how we approach healthcare in remote or resource-limited settings. Next, we'll explore how education and culture might evolve on Mars, shaping the identity of a new civilization far from home. Now, let's turn our attention to a fascinating aspect of life on Mars: education and culture. As humans establish a permanent presence on the Red Planet, the way we learn, create, and express ourselves will inevitably evolve. Martian schools and universities will need to adapt to the unique challenges and opportunities of life on another world. Imagine classrooms where students study not only traditional subjects like math and science, but also specialized courses in Martian geology, space engineering, and interplanetary survival. These institutions will likely emphasize hands-on learning, preparing the next generation to innovate and thrive in an environment vastly different from Earth. Culture on Mars will be a blend of Earth traditions and new Martian identities. Early colonists will bring with them the customs, languages, and art forms of their home countries, creating a rich tapestry of diversity. Over time, however, these traditions will merge with the unique experiences of living on Mars, giving rise to a distinct Martian culture. Storytelling will play a crucial role in this process, as colonists share their experiences of adapting to a new world and overcoming its challenges. Art, music, and literature will reflect the Martian landscape, its stark beauty, and the resilience of its inhabitants. Martian cultural institutions, such as museums, theaters, and galleries, will serve as hubs for creativity and community. These spaces will not only preserve Earth's cultural heritage, but also showcase the emerging artistic expressions of Mars. Imagine a Martian art exhibit featuring sculptures made from local materials, or a theater performance that explores the psychological and emotional journey of leaving Earth behind. These cultural endeavors will help colonists maintain a sense of connection and purpose, fostering a shared identity as Martians. Education and culture on Mars will also be deeply intertwined with technology. Virtual reality could allow students to explore Earth's history and ecosystems, while augmented reality might bring Martian history to life as it unfolds. Collaborative projects between Martian and Earth-based institutions could further enrich the educational experience, creating a global network of knowledge and creativity. As we look to the future, the development of Martian education and culture will not only shape life on the Red Planet, but also influence how we think about learning and creativity here on Earth. The blending of old and new, Earth and Mars, will create a vibrant and dynamic society unlike anything we've seen before. Next, we'll dive into the world of sports and recreation on Mars, exploring how colonists might adapt to the planet's unique environment for fun and fitness. Now, let's shift gears and explore a lighter but equally important aspect of life on Mars: sports and recreation. Living on the Red Planet won't just be about survival and work. It will also involve finding ways to have fun and stay active. With Mars' low gravity, sports and recreational activities will take on a whole new dimension, offering opportunities for innovation and excitement. Imagine playing basketball or soccer in an environment where you can leap higher and move faster than ever before. Traditional sports will likely be modified to suit the Martian environment, with new rules and equipment designed to account for the planet's unique conditions. For example, basketball courts might be larger to accommodate the increased jumping ability, and soccer balls could be lighter to account for the lower air resistance. These adaptations will not only make sports more challenging, but also more thrilling for both players and spectators. But Mars will also give rise to entirely new sports that take full advantage of its low gravity and rugged terrain. Picture a Martian version of Parker, where athletes navigate obstacle courses across rocky landscapes, leaping over boulders and scaling cliffs with ease. Or consider a low-gravity version of gymnastics, where athletes perform flips and spins that would be impossible on Earth. These new sports will not only provide entertainment, but also help colonists stay physically fit and mentally sharp in a demanding environment. Recreational activities will also play a crucial role in maintaining the well-being of Martian colonists. After long days of work and exploration, leisure time will be essential for relaxation and social bonding. Virtual reality could offer immersive experiences, allowing colonists to visit Earth's beaches, forests, or cities, providing a mental escape from the harsh Martian environment. Outdoor activities like hiking or rock climbing could also become popular, offering colonists a chance to explore the planet's stunning landscapes while staying active. The importance of sports and recreation on Mars cannot be overstated. Beyond physical health, these activities will foster a sense of community and camaraderie among colonists. They'll provide a much-needed break from the challenges of daily life, helping to reduce stress and boost morale. As we look to the future, the development of Martian sports and recreation will not only enhance the quality of life for colonists, but also inspire new forms of human expression and connection. Next, we'll delve into the complex world of Martian governance and laws, examining how a new society on Mars might establish order and fairness in a frontier environment. Now, let's turn our attention to a critical aspect of building a new society on Mars: governance and laws. Establishing a functional and fair political system on the Red Planet will be one of the most complex challenges colonists will face. Unlike Earth, where governments have evolved over centuries, Mars will require a system designed from scratch, tailored to its unique environment and the needs of its inhabitants. One of the first questions to address is sovereignty. Who will govern Mars? Will it be an independent nation, a colony under Earth's jurisdiction, or a collaborative effort between multiple countries and private entities? The answer will shape everything from resource allocation to the rights of Martian citizens. For example, if Mars is governed by a single Earth-based nation, it could lead to tensions over control and exploitation of resources. On the other hand, an independent Martian government would need to establish its own laws and systems, which could be both empowering and fraught with challenges. Resource allocation will be another major issue. Mars is rich in valuable minerals and water, but these resources are finite and essential for survival. A fair system for distributing and managing these resources will be crucial to prevent conflict and ensure the colony's sustainability. This could involve creating laws that prioritize the common good over individual profit, or establishing international agreements to share resources equitably. Human rights will also be a central concern. Martian colonists will need protections similar to those on Earth, such as freedom of speech, the right to a fair trial, and access to healthcare and education. However, the harsh realities of life on Mars may require some adjustments. For instance, strict regulations might be necessary to ensure the colony's survival, such as limits on water usage or mandatory participation in essential tasks. Balancing individual freedoms with collective needs will be a delicate but necessary task. Potential governance models for Mars could range from a democratic system, where colonists elect their leaders and vote on key decisions, to a corporate governance model where private companies oversee the colony's operations. A hybrid approach might also emerge, combining elements of democracy, corporate oversight, and international collaboration. Each model has its pros and cons, and the choice will depend on the values and priorities of the Martian society. As we look to the future, the development of Martian governance and laws will be a fascinating experiment in human organization. It will require creativity, cooperation, and a willingness to adapt to new challenges. The systems established on Mars could even influence how we think about governance on Earth, offering lessons in fairness, sustainability, and innovation. Next, we'll explore how Mars' natural environment could be protected as human settlements grow, ensuring that the Red Planet remains a place of wonder and discovery for generations to come. As we venture further into the future of Mars, it's essential to consider how we can protect its unique environment while building thriving human settlements. The Red Planet's pristine landscapes and untouched terrain hold immense scientific and cultural value, and preserving them will be a key responsibility for Martian colonists. One of the first steps in Martian environmental protection will be establishing strict regulations to minimize pollution and habitat destruction. Unlike Earth, Mars has no natural ecosystems to absorb waste or repair damage, meaning every action taken on the planet could have long-lasting consequences. Technologies like advanced recycling systems, zero-emission energy sources, and biodegradable materials will play a crucial role in reducing the environmental footprint of human activities. For example, waste management systems could be designed to recycle nearly all materials, ensuring that nothing is left to pollute the Martian surface. Another critical aspect will be protecting Mars' geological features, such as its towering volcanoes, vast canyons, and ancient riverbeds. These landmarks are not only scientifically valuable, but also potential symbols of Martian identity. Regulations might designate certain areas as protected zones, where mining, construction, and other disruptive activities are prohibited. This approach would balance the need for resource extraction with the preservation of Mars' natural beauty and scientific potential. Ethical considerations will also play a significant role in shaping Martian environmental policies. As interplanetary settlers, humans will have a unique responsibility to act as stewards of Mars, ensuring that our presence benefits rather than harms the planet. This could involve adopting a philosophy of minimal intervention, where we strive to leave Mars as undisturbed as possible while still meeting our needs. It might also mean prioritizing sustainable practices over short-term gains, such as choosing renewable energy sources over fossil fuels or limiting the extraction of non-renewable resources. Technological innovation will be at the heart of Martian environmental protection. For instance, terraforming technologies could be used to create habitable zones without disrupting the entire planet, while advanced monitoring systems could track environmental changes in real time. These tools would allow colonists to make informed decisions about how to balance development with preservation. Ultimately, protecting Mars' environment is not just about safeguarding a distant planet. It's about setting a precedent for how humanity interacts with new worlds. The choices we make on Mars could influence how we approach future space exploration and colonization, shaping our legacy as a species. Next, we'll explore the intriguing possibility of introducing Earth's wildlife to Mars and how this could lead to the creation of entirely new ecosystems on the Red Planet. Now, let's turn our attention to a fascinating and somewhat controversial idea, bringing Earth's wildlife to Mars to create entirely new ecosystems. Imagine a future where the barren landscapes of the Red Planet are transformed into thriving habitats, teeming with plants, animals, and microorganisms. While this vision is undeniably exciting, it also raises significant challenges and ethical questions that must be carefully considered. One of the biggest hurdles is adapting Earth species to the harsh conditions of Mars. The planet's thin atmosphere, extreme temperatures, and high radiation levels make it a hostile environment for most life forms as we know them. Scientists would need to genetically engineer plants and animals to survive in these conditions, or create controlled environments like biodomes where Earth-like ecosystems could flourish. For example, plants might be modified to photosynthesize more efficiently under Mars' dim sunlight, while animals could be bred or engineered to withstand low gravity and limited oxygen. But even if we overcome these technical challenges, there are ethical concerns to address. Introducing Earth species to Mars could have unintended consequences, such as disrupting any potential native Martian life if it exists. Even if Mars is lifeless now, altering its biology could limit our ability to study its natural state and understand the origins of life in the universe. Some argue that we have a moral responsibility to preserve Mars as a pristine environment, free from human interference. On the other hand, creating ecosystems on Mars could have profound benefits. Biodiversity would be essential for sustaining human colonies, providing food, oxygen, and even psychological comfort. A green, living Mars could also inspire future generations and serve as a symbol of humanity's ability to adapt and thrive in the most challenging environments. The potential for biodiversity on Mars is vast. Imagine forests of genetically modified trees, fields of crops adapted to Martian soil, and even small animals or insects that help maintain ecological balance. Over time, these ecosystems could evolve in unique ways, shaped by Mars' distinct conditions. This could lead to the emergence of entirely new species, creating a living laboratory for studying evolution and adaptation. As we consider the possibility of Martian wildlife and ecosystems, it's clear that this endeavor would require careful planning, advanced technology, and a deep respect for the ethical implications. The decisions we make today could shape the future of life on Mars and beyond. Next, we'll dive into how timekeeping might change on Mars and what it could mean for the daily lives of its inhabitants. Now, let's shift our focus to something that might seem simple but has profound implications for life on Mars: timekeeping. On Earth, our days, months, and years are deeply tied to the planet's rotation and orbit around the Sun. But Mars operates on a completely different rhythm, and this could fundamentally change how we measure and experience time. A Martian day, known as a sol, is slightly longer than an Earth day, lasting about 24 hours and 39 minutes. While this might not seem like a huge difference over time, it adds up. Imagine living on a planet where your workday or sleep schedule is just a little bit longer every single day. This could lead to unique challenges in scheduling, productivity, and even biological rhythms for humans living on Mars. But it's not just the days that are different. Mars also has a longer year. One Martian year is roughly 687 Earth days, which means seasons on Mars last almost twice as long as they do here. This extended timeline could influence everything from agriculture to cultural traditions. For example, planting and harvesting cycles would need to be adjusted, and holidays or festivals might be spaced out differently to align with the Martian calendar. Speaking of calendars, creating a Martian calendar would be no small feat. On Earth, our calendar is based on the Moon's phases and the Earth's orbit, but Mars has two moons, Phobos and Deimos, which don't follow the same patterns. This means a Martian calendar would likely be based on the planet's own orbital cycles, leading to a completely new way of tracking time. Some proposals suggest a calendar with 24 months, each with 28 sols, to keep things simple and consistent. Time zones on Mars would also be an interesting challenge. While Earth's time zones are based on longitudinal lines, Mars' smaller size and different rotation speed could lead to a different system altogether. Perhaps Martian cities would adopt their own local time zones, or maybe a universal Martian time would be established to streamline communication and coordination across the planet. Beyond the practicalities, timekeeping on Mars could also play a significant role in shaping Martian culture and identity. Just as Earth's calendars reflect our history, religions, and traditions, a Martian calendar could become a symbol of a new civilization, marking important milestones in humanity's journey to becoming an interplanetary species. Over time, Martians might develop their own unique holidays, rituals, and ways of marking the passage of time, creating a cultural identity distinct from Earth's. As we look to the future, the way we measure and experience time on Mars could become a fascinating blend of science, practicality, and culture. It's a reminder that even something as fundamental as time can take on new meaning when we step beyond our home planet. Next, we'll explore how fashion and clothing might evolve on Mars, adapting to the planet's unique environment and influencing the culture of its inhabitants. Now, let's step into a world where fashion meets functionality in the most extraordinary way: Martian fashion and clothing. On Mars, clothing won't just be about style, it will be a necessity for survival. The planet's harsh environment, with its thin atmosphere, extreme temperatures, and high radiation levels, means that every piece of clothing will need to serve a dual purpose: protection and practicality. Imagine garments designed to shield the body from harmful radiation, regulate temperature, and provide oxygen support in case of emergencies. These won't be your typical Earth outfits. Instead, Martian fashion will likely incorporate advanced materials like smart fabrics that can adapt to changing conditions, self-healing textiles to repair small tears, and even embedded sensors to monitor health metrics. The influence of low gravity will also play a role, with clothing designed to be lightweight yet durable, allowing for ease of movement while still offering protection. But fashion on Mars won't stop at functionality. Just as on Earth, clothing will also be a powerful medium for self-expression and cultural identity. Martians will likely develop their own unique styles, blending Earth traditions with innovations born from their new environment. Picture sleek, futuristic designs with bold colors and patterns inspired by the Martian landscape: rusty reds, deep oranges, and metallic accents that reflect the planet's terrain. Accessories might include modular pieces that can be easily swapped or adjusted, allowing for versatility in a resource-limited world. The role of fashion in Martian culture could extend beyond individual expression. Clothing might become a symbol of community and shared identity, with different colonies or cities adopting distinct styles or uniforms. Over time, these fashion choices could evolve into traditions, marking important milestones or achievements in Martian society. For example, special garments might be created to celebrate the first harvest of Martian-grown crops or the completion of a major construction project. As we look to the future, Martian fashion will likely be a fascinating blend of cutting-edge technology and cultural creativity. It's a reminder that even in the most challenging environments, humans will find ways to express themselves and build a sense of belonging. Next, we'll dive into the culinary world of Mars, exploring how food and cuisine might evolve to reflect the unique challenges and opportunities of life on the Red Planet. Now, let's turn our attention to something that will be at the heart of daily life on Mars: food and cuisine. On the Red Planet, meals won't just be about sustenance, they'll be a reflection of innovation, adaptation, and cultural fusion. Martian cuisine will likely evolve into a fascinating blend of Earth traditions and locally grown ingredients, shaped by the unique challenges and opportunities of life on another planet. One of the biggest hurdles for Martian food production will be the planet's harsh environment. With limited water, thin atmosphere, and soil that lacks the nutrients found on Earth, growing food will require cutting-edge technology. Hydroponics and aeroponics will likely play a central role, allowing crops to thrive without traditional soil. Imagine greenhouses filled with leafy greens, root vegetables, and even fruits, all grown under carefully controlled conditions. Scientists might also develop genetically modified crops that can withstand Mars' extreme temperatures and low gravity, ensuring a steady food supply for colonists. But Martian cuisine won't stop at survival. Over time, colonists will likely experiment with creating unique dishes that reflect their new home. Picture meals featuring Martian-grown potatoes, tomatoes, and grains, combined with Earth-inspired spices and cooking techniques. The result could be a whole new culinary tradition with dishes that are both familiar and distinctly Martian. For example, a hearty Martian stew might include locally grown lentils and carrots, flavored with herbs cultivated in indoor gardens. Food will also play a significant role in Martian culture. Sharing meals could become a way to build community and celebrate milestones, much like it does on Earth. Special occasions might be marked by feasts featuring rare or hard-to-grow ingredients, symbolizing the colony's progress and resilience. Over time, these culinary traditions could become a source of pride and identity for Martians, connecting them to their new home while honoring their earthly roots. As we look to the future, Martian cuisine will likely be a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. It's a reminder that even in the most challenging environments, food has the power to bring people together, nourish the body, and inspire the soul. Next, we'll explore how art and entertainment might flourish on Mars, offering a glimpse into the creative spirit of a new civilization. Now, let's shift our focus to something that will bring color, rhythm, and joy to life on Mars: art and entertainment. On a planet where survival is a daily challenge, creativity will play a vital role in shaping the identity and spirit of Martian society. Artists, musicians, and performers will find inspiration in the stark beauty of Mars landscapes, the challenges of life on a new world, and the shared experiences of its inhabitants. Imagine artists painting breathtaking vistas of Martian sunsets, where the sky glows in shades of pink and orange, or sculptors crafting works from locally sourced materials like Martian rock and metal. The unique environment of Mars could inspire entirely new art forms, blending traditional techniques with futuristic innovations. For example, holographic art installations might become a popular medium, allowing artists to create immersive experiences that reflect the surreal beauty of their surroundings. Music, too, will find its place in Martian culture. Musicians might experiment with new instruments designed for low gravity, producing sounds that are impossible to replicate on Earth. Picture concerts held in vast domed auditoriums, where the acoustics of Mars' thin atmosphere create a hauntingly beautiful resonance. Traditional Earth music will likely merge with new Martian styles, giving rise to a unique musical identity that reflects the colony's dual heritage. Entertainment on Mars will also evolve to meet the needs of its residents. Virtual reality could become a cornerstone of leisure activities, offering colonists a way to escape the confines of their habitats and explore fantastical worlds or revisit Earth's familiar landscapes. Storytelling, whether through films, books, or live performances, will play a crucial role in preserving Earth's cultural legacy while weaving new tales of Martian life. These stories will not only entertain but also help colonists process their experiences and envision their future. Art and entertainment will also serve as a powerful tool for building community. Festivals, exhibitions, and performances could become regular events, bringing people together to celebrate their creativity and resilience. These gatherings will foster a sense of belonging and pride, reminding colonists of the beauty and joy that can flourish even in the harshest conditions. As we look ahead, Martian art and entertainment will be more than just a pastime. They'll be a testament to the enduring human spirit. Through creativity, Martians will not only adapt to their new world but also transform it into a place of wonder and inspiration. Next, we'll dive into how Mars could become a hub for technological innovation, driving advancements that could reshape life both on the red planet and back on Earth. Now, let's turn our attention to the incredible potential for technological innovation on Mars. The challenges of living on the red planet will push humanity to develop groundbreaking technologies, transforming Mars into a hub of creativity and progress. From robotics to artificial intelligence, the solutions crafted for Mars could revolutionize life not only there but also back on Earth. One of the most exciting areas of innovation will be robotics. On Mars, robots will play a crucial role in tasks too dangerous or difficult for humans, such as mining, construction, and exploration. These robots will need to be highly autonomous, capable of navigating Mars' rugged terrain and operating in extreme conditions. Advances in robotics could lead to machines that are not only more efficient but also more adaptable, paving the way for similar technologies to enhance industries on Earth, from manufacturing to disaster response. Artificial intelligence will also be at the forefront of Martian innovation. AI systems will be essential for managing complex operations, from life support systems to resource allocation. Imagine AI-driven networks that optimize energy use, predict equipment failures, and even assist in scientific research. The development of such intelligent systems on Mars could accelerate the adoption of AI in everyday life on Earth, making our cities smarter and our industries more efficient. Materials science will see remarkable advancements as well. The need to build durable habitats, vehicles, and tools on Mars will drive the creation of new materials that are lightweight, strong, and resistant to extreme temperatures and radiation. These materials could have far-reaching applications, from improving infrastructure on Earth to revolutionizing space travel. For instance, innovations in insulation or radiation shielding developed for Mars could make long-duration space missions safer and more feasible. Mars could also become a testing ground for renewable energy technologies. With limited access to traditional energy sources, colonists will rely heavily on solar, nuclear, and geothermal power. Breakthroughs in energy storage and distribution on Mars could lead to more efficient and sustainable energy systems on Earth, helping us tackle climate change and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. Perhaps most intriguing is the potential for Mars to influence Earth's technological development in unexpected ways. The unique challenges of the Martian environment will inspire creative problem-solving and interdisciplinary collaboration, fostering a culture of innovation that could spill over to our home planet. Technologies developed for Mars might find applications in fields as diverse as medicine, agriculture, and transportation, improving quality of life for people around the world. As we look to the future, Mars stands not just as a destination but as a catalyst for human ingenuity. The technologies born out of necessity on the Red Planet could redefine what's possible both in space and here on Earth. Next, we'll explore the future of Martian exploration and the scientific discoveries that could reshape our understanding of the universe. Now, let's shift our focus to the thrilling possibilities of Martian exploration and discovery. The Red Planet holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered, from its ancient geological history to the tantalizing question of whether life ever existed there. As we venture deeper into Mars, the tools and technologies we use will play a pivotal role in unlocking these mysteries. Rovers have already proven their worth as tireless explorers, traversing Mars' surface and sending back invaluable data. Future rovers will be even more advanced, equipped with cutting-edge sensors, drills, and analytical instruments capable of detecting signs of past or present life. These robotic explorers will delve into regions previously inaccessible, such as deep craters and underground caves, where evidence of water or microbial life might be hidden. Drones will also take center stage in Martian exploration. Unlike rovers, drones can cover vast distances quickly and navigate challenging terrain with ease. Imagine aerial drones mapping the planet's surface in unprecedented detail or descending into volcanic calderas to collect samples. These flying machines will provide a bird's-eye view of Mars, helping scientists identify the most promising sites for further investigation. But the most exciting chapter of Martian exploration will involve human explorers. While robots and drones are incredibly capable, there's no substitute for human ingenuity and adaptability. Astronauts on Mars will be able to conduct complex experiments, make real-time decisions, and explore areas that machines cannot reach. They'll search for clues about Mars' past, from ancient riverbeds to mineral deposits that could reveal the planet's climatic history. One of the most profound discoveries could be evidence of past or present life. Finding even microbial life on Mars would revolutionize our understanding of biology and the universe. It would suggest that life is not unique to Earth and could exist elsewhere in the cosmos. Such a discovery would inspire new missions to other planets and moons, fueling humanity's quest to explore the unknown. Beyond the search for life, Martian exploration could yield groundbreaking insights into planetary science. By studying Mars geology, we could learn more about how planets form and evolve. This knowledge could shed light on Earth's own history and help us predict the future of our planet. Additionally, Mars' unique environment offers a natural laboratory for testing technologies and strategies that could be used in future missions to even more distant worlds. The scientific breakthroughs from Martian exploration won't just expand our knowledge of the universe, they'll also have practical applications here on Earth. Technologies developed for Mars, such as advanced imaging systems or portable laboratories, could improve medical diagnostics, environmental monitoring, and disaster response. As we continue to explore Mars, each mission will bring us closer to answering some of humanity's most profound questions. The Red Planet is not just a destination, it's a gateway to understanding our place in the cosmos. Next, we'll delve into the fascinating topic of Martian climate control and how humans might one day shape the planet's environment to make it more habitable. Now, let's turn our attention to a bold and transformative idea: Martian climate control. Imagine a future where humans don't just adapt to Mars' harsh environment, but actively reshape it to make the planet more habitable. This concept, known as geoengineering, involves large-scale interventions to alter the planet's climate, and it could be the key to turning Mars into a second home for humanity. One of the most intriguing proposals for Martian climate control is the use of atmospheric mirrors. These massive structures placed in orbit around Mars would reflect sunlight onto the planet's surface, gradually warming it. By increasing the temperature, these mirrors could help melt the polar ice caps, releasing carbon dioxide and water vapor into the atmosphere. This process, known as outgassing, could thicken Mars' atmosphere, creating a greenhouse effect that traps heat and raises temperatures even further. Over time, this could make the planet's surface more hospitable to life. Another approach involves releasing heat-trapping gases, such as chlorofluorocarbons or methane, into the Martian atmosphere. These gases would act like a blanket, absorbing and retaining heat from the sun. While this method could accelerate the warming process, it also raises significant ethical questions. Is it right to alter another planet's climate, even if it's for the benefit of humanity? What are the potential consequences for Mars' natural environment, and could these changes have unintended effects on the planet's geology or potential ecosystems? The challenges of Martian climate control are immense. Mars' thin atmosphere and lack of a magnetic field make it difficult to retain heat, and the planet's distance from the Sun means it receives far less solar energy than Earth. Additionally, the technologies required for geoengineering are still in their infancy, and the cost of implementing such large-scale projects would be astronomical, literally. Ethical considerations also loom large. Manipulating another planet's climate raises questions about humanity's responsibility as interplanetary settlers. Should we prioritize terraforming Mars for human habitation, or should we preserve its natural state as a scientific and cultural heritage? These debates will shape the future of Martian exploration and colonization, forcing us to weigh the benefits of a habitable Mars against the risks of irreversible environmental changes. Despite these challenges, the potential rewards of Martian climate control are staggering. A warmer, thicker atmosphere could make Mars more Earth-like, allowing for liquid water, plant growth, and eventually, human settlements without the need for pressurized habitats. It could also provide valuable insights into climate science, helping us better understand and address climate change on Earth. As we look to the future, the idea of controlling Mars' climate represents both an incredible opportunity and a profound responsibility. It challenges us to think beyond survival and consider how we can thrive as a multi-planetary species. Next, we'll explore the critical role of water management on Mars and the technologies that could ensure a sustainable future for its inhabitants. Now, let's dive into one of the most vital aspects of making Mars habitable: water management. Water is the lifeblood of any civilization, and on Mars it's no different. Without a reliable source of water, sustaining human life, agriculture, and industry would be impossible. But how do we ensure a steady supply of this precious resource on a planet where water is scarce and often locked away in ice or buried underground? One of the most promising solutions lies in extracting water from Mars' polar ice caps and subsurface ice deposits. Advanced drilling technologies combined with heating systems could melt this ice and collect the resulting water. Another method involves extracting trace amounts of water vapor from the Martian atmosphere using specialized devices. These technologies are already being tested on Earth and could be adapted for use on Mars, providing a crucial lifeline for future colonists. Once water is extracted, recycling becomes essential. On a planet where every drop counts, waste is not an option. Closed-loop water recycling systems, similar to those used on the International Space Station, could purify and reuse water for drinking, irrigation, and industrial processes. These systems would filter out contaminants and ensure that water is continuously cycled through the colony, minimizing the need for constant resupply from Earth. Distributing water efficiently across a Martian settlement also presents unique challenges. Mars' low gravity and extreme temperatures could affect how water flows through pipes and storage systems. Engineers are exploring innovative solutions such as flexible, insulated pipelines and modular water storage units to ensure that water can be transported and stored safely. However, water scarcity remains a significant hurdle. Mars' limited water resources mean that every decision about water use must be carefully planned. Agriculture, for example, would need to rely on water-efficient methods like hydroponics or aeroponics, which use far less water than traditional farming. Industries would also need to adopt water-saving technologies to avoid depleting this critical resource. Efficient water management systems will be the backbone of any successful Martian colony. They'll not only ensure the survival of its inhabitants, but also enable the growth of agriculture, industry, and even ecosystems. By mastering water management, we can take a giant leap toward making Mars a self-sustaining world. As we look ahead, the next frontier in Martian development is the creation of spaceports and logistics systems. These hubs will be essential for connecting Mars to the rest of the solar system, enabling travel, trade, and the exchange of resources. Let's explore how these spaceports could shape the future of interplanetary civilization. Now, let's shift our focus to the bustling hubs that will serve as the gateways to Mars, spaceports, and logistics systems. These facilities will be the lifelines of interplanetary travel and trade, connecting Mars to Earth and beyond. Imagine a Martian spaceport as a futuristic airport, but on a much grander scale, designed to handle spacecraft, cargo, and passengers from across the solar system. The first challenge in building a Martian spaceport is creating the necessary infrastructure. Landing pads will need to be constructed to accommodate a variety of spacecraft, from small shuttles to massive cargo carriers. These pads must be durable enough to withstand the wear and tear of frequent landings and takeoffs, while also being adaptable to Mars' harsh environment. Engineers are exploring materials that can endure extreme temperatures and dust storms, ensuring the spaceport remains operational year-round. Storage facilities will also play a critical role. These will house everything from essential supplies like food, water, and oxygen to raw materials for construction and manufacturing. Advanced robotics and automation will likely be used to manage inventory, ensuring that resources are efficiently stored and distributed. Modular designs could allow these facilities to expand as the colony grows, providing flexibility for future needs. Transportation networks will be the backbone of the spaceport, linking it to other parts of the Martian colony. Rovers, drones, and even underground tunnels could be used to move goods and people quickly and safely. These networks will need to be highly efficient, minimizing energy use and maximizing speed to keep the colony running smoothly. But the role of spaceports goes beyond just logistics. They will be the central hubs for scientific research, technological innovation, and cultural exchange. Scientists and engineers from Earth and Mars could collaborate on groundbreaking projects, while artists and thinkers might use these spaces to share ideas and inspire new forms of creativity. Spaceports could also become symbols of unity, representing humanity's shared ambition to explore and thrive beyond Earth. As we look to the future, the development of Martian spaceports will be a key step in establishing Mars as a self-sustaining civilization. These hubs will not only facilitate travel and trade but also foster connections between worlds, paving the way for a truly interplanetary society. With the foundation of spaceports in place, the next step in humanity's journey on Mars is the possibility of independence from Earth. Let's explore how Mars could evolve into a self-reliant civilization, no longer dependent on its home planet. Now, let's take a closer look at what could be the most transformative chapter in humanity's journey to Mars: the possibility of Martian independence from Earth. Imagine a future where Mars is no longer just a distant colony but a fully self-reliant civilization, capable of thriving on its own. This vision isn't just about survival. It's about creating a new society that stands apart from Earth, with its own identity, systems, and ambitions. The road to Martian independence will depend on a combination of political, economic, and technological breakthroughs. Politically, Mars would need to establish its own governance structures, separate from Earth's influence. This could involve creating a Martian constitution, forming local governments, and negotiating treaties with Earth to define the terms of their relationship. The question of sovereignty will be central. Will Mars become a sovereign nation, or will it remain part of a larger Earth-led federation? These decisions will shape the future of Martian society and its relationship with Earth. Economically, independence would require Mars to develop its own industries and trade networks. While early colonies will rely heavily on Earth for supplies, over time, Mars could become self-sufficient by leveraging its unique resources. For example, mining operations could extract valuable minerals and metals, while advanced manufacturing could produce goods locally. A Martian economy might even create its own currency, fostering trade not just with Earth but with other spacefaring civilizations in the future. Technologically, achieving independence will demand innovations that allow Mars to sustain itself without constant support from Earth. This includes advancements in energy production, water recycling, and food cultivation. Imagine solar farms covering vast stretches of the Martian surface, or underground aquifers providing a steady supply of water. Breakthroughs in artificial intelligence and robotics could further reduce the need for human labor, making it easier to maintain critical systems. But the implications of Martian independence go far beyond politics, economics, and technology. It raises profound questions about what it means to be human in a multi-planetary future. Will Martians see themselves as Earth's equals, or will they forge a new identity entirely? How will Earth respond to a self-reliant Mars? Will it embrace this new chapter in human history, or will tensions arise over resources and influence? As we consider this future, one thing is clear: Martian independence would mark a turning point for humanity. It would prove that we are not bound to a single planet but capable of spreading our civilization across the stars. This vision of Mars as an independent world is not just a dream. It's a challenge to rethink our place in the universe and to imagine a future where humanity thrives on multiple worlds. With this final prediction, we've explored the incredible possibilities that await us on Mars. From permanent settlements to interplanetary trade, from terraforming to independence, the future of Mars is filled with promise and potential. As we wrap up, let's reflect on what these predictions mean for humanity's journey beyond Earth. As we bring this journey through the future of Mars to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible possibilities we've explored. From the establishment of permanent human settlements to the ambitious dream of terraforming, from the rise of Martian agriculture to the potential for interplanetary tourism, each prediction paints a vivid picture of what life on Mars could look like. We've imagined cities rising from the red dust, advanced transportation systems connecting two worlds, and even the birth of a new Martian culture and identity. These ideas aren't just science fiction, they're glimpses into a future where humanity becomes a multi-planetary species capable of thriving beyond Earth. The challenges ahead are immense, from the harsh Martian environment to the ethical dilemmas of altering another planet. Every step forward will require innovation, collaboration, and a deep sense of responsibility. Yet, the opportunities are equally profound. Mars offers us a chance to redefine what it means to be human, to push the boundaries of science and technology, and to create a new chapter in our shared history. As we stand on the brink of this new era, one thing is clear. The future of Mars is not just about survival, it's about growth, discovery, and the endless potential of human ingenuity. Whether it's through the development of Martian industries, the exploration of its ancient landscapes, or the pursuit of independence from Earth, Mars represents a bold vision for humanity's future. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these predictions excites you the most? Do you see Mars as a future home for humanity? Or do you think some of these ideas are still far off? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you enjoyed this exploration of Mars' future, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Together, let's keep imagining and building the future, one prediction at a time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.